Welcome to another episode of When You Understand. To kick things off, here are the answers for last week's twists. Did you figure them out? If you didn't watch last week's episode or don't particularly care about the answers, please feel free to skip ahead to this week's stories. I've added chapter breaks to the video. But before then, let's check the answers. First, the scribbled message. A man visits his friend covered in tubes in hospital and tells him that if he wants to write a message for his son, he'll make sure to get it to him. The friend starts to struggle and scribbles a final message before dying. The man keeps his promise and hands it to the friend's son at the funeral, and the boy is shocked when he sees what it says. It simply says, "Move." So what happened here? The final message wasn't for his son, but rather the man visiting him in the hospital. He started to struggle as soon as the man entered, and, as noted, was covered in tubes. The move was meant for him, because he was standing on the man's oxygen tube, and thus suffocating him, which led to his death. Second, the important test. A student taking a test carefully marks all of the answers, but then forgets to write their name. But it's okay, because they then wake up and notice their name is written right there on the paper. They then hand it in. What's going on here? The student was afraid they hadn't written their name, but then woke up from the dream to find they had. But if they were dreaming, then they obviously didn't have time to fill in any answers, only their name. So they actually handed in a blank sheet with just a name. So, how did you fare with these ones? Did you manage to guess both answers? Let me know how you did in the comments below. And now, without further ado, let's head into this week's first story. This one's called The Secret Behind 50 Years of Marriage. An old couple were interviewed by a local newspaper in the countryside. "So, what is the secret behind your 50 years of marriage?" the interviewer asked. The elderly husband answered with a nostalgic, faraway look in his eyes. "We went to Mexico for our honeymoon. We borrowed a donkey and took a leisurely stroll through the desert. Then the donkey carrying my wife suddenly broke its leg and my wife tumbled off. 'One,' she said. But then she got back on like nothing happened and we kept going. But a short while later, the donkey broke another leg, and as expected, my wife fell off. 'Two,' she said, and then got back on. But when she fell off a third time, she pulled out a revolver and shot it dead in the head. I was shocked. I yelled at her about how cruel it was to kill the animal just because she fell off, and then she turned to me and said..." "What did she say?" the interviewer asked. "One." So what do you guys think really happened here? Let me know in the comments below. And we have one more story for you this week. This one's called The Locked Door. I was supposed to meet my girlfriend today, but I had to work late. On that note, I didn't remember locking the door either. I called my girlfriend and, as expected, she was angry. She has a duplicate key, but apparently she couldn't get in, so she went home. Apparently the door was locked and the chain lock on as well. Ah, thank God. That's a relief. So what do you think really happened in this week's stories? Leave your answers in the comments below and then tune in again next week to find out. Until then, stay safe guys, and I'll see you again next time.